What's going on, you tubesters and tubettes? It's the Still Talk Podcast, home to your boy Meech. Thank y'all for tuning in again. Be sure to hit that like button, comment section up, subscribe. It's a lot of you watching, not a lot of subscribers. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Turn on the bell notifications. The goal is still set to 100 subscribers before the season start. We got 5 days of preseason. We got some concerning news, but we're going to go ahead and get right into it, man. Chris Harlack came out with reports Steelers has reached out to Washington Commanders. That's a move that you are expecting from an organization that says that they are all in for a Super Bowl this year. This is what you want from an organization. At least make the call. That's all I'm saying. At least make the call and see what's out there. You know, see what Terry wants. See what the Washington Commanders want. Okay, Terry, do you want 3 years, 2 years, 4 years? Washington, you want the first round, second round, third round? Okay, man, then we'll get back with you, and make the call back. Make the call back. Go back and talk it over. Art Rooney, Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, Arthur Smith, talk it all over, and then make the call back. Make the call back because there's some concerning news out there, man. It's some concerning news out there. We also going to dive into some players that look good with the Friday Night Lights game and weekend practices as a whole. Great in the Steelers offense and defense so far in training camp. And then the offense as in general. Like I said, some concerning news out there. And it's about the offense, y'all. It's about the offense. I done brought the panic button up out of the bottom drawer. It's sitting on the desk right now. I'm not pressing it yet. But I'm just letting you know I'm getting prepared. I'm getting prepared. You should be prepared. Because what I've been getting, what I've been seeing, it's not looking all that impressive, man. It's not looking all that impressive. So, like I said, man, you got the Steelers. We reached out to Terry McLaurin, and that's what we wanted to see. But some players that has stood out to me. Friday Night Lights practice or game, I should say. The weekend practice, they took off day to day. But James Pierre, man. James Pierre. Out of all people, James Pierre. I thought he was going to be a lost cause, I thought James Pierre was going to be up out of here. But James said he got something different for you, James said he got something different from us. Don't count him out just yet. That's what James told me. So, came up with some picks this weekend in Friday Night Lights game. Made Mason Rudolph look bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. He made Mason Rudolph look bad, y'all. Like I said, came back with some picks. I think like 3 or 4 of them. Had a game. Had a game, Like I said, I might have been wrong. I was counting James Pierre out of my 53-man roster. I just thought the Steelers would want to go somewhere differently. But it's looking like Pierre want to carve a little role out for himself, gunner position, special teams, 6th depth corner, Hey, it could be. Hey, Pierre, you want to come out here? He said he do. It was a couple of picks, man. The next person I'm going to get into shouldn't be a shocker, but it is a shocker in a sense because I dive a little more into him later on. But Caleb Johnson, he got his get back in with Malik Harrison, Took him 2 days. It took him 2 days, but he got his get back, man. And I'm not trying to sit here and say like, he just demolished Malik Harrison, but at the same time, he held his own. He held his own. He let him know. And Malik Harrison, he spoke with Noah Strackbound out of the All Steelers Talk podcast, and he told him he got to work on his foot placement and hand placement. He gonna be all right. So I guess he took his word for it, went and worked on it, and he held his own. So he beat Mike Robb twice on backs on backs. Mike Robb, the king of backs on backers, beat him twice today. So took a step forward with Caleb Johnson. I got to figure out, and maybe this is with the offense altogether. And like I said, I dive more into it later on, but got to figure out if it's the O-line, if it's Caleb not hitting the holes right, or the Steelers defense is just that elite, like everybody is saying, like number 1 in the league. Madden put us at number 1. So maybe that's what's going on, man. We just got to see. On that. So, got to give me more, though. He got to give me more. He got to give me more on the pass pro. He got to give me more on the pass catching. You got to be able to just not to just run the ball like you did in Iowa. You got to give me some more, So next person, Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller out of all people. Scotty Miller, man. Looking like the best player on the offense outside of DK Metcalf. And with that being said, that is a problem. But looks decent. Look better than Roman Wilson and Robert Woods. He's hitting the routes. He's got some speed on him. He outran Darius Slay, Juan Thorhill, and Chuck Clark on the same play for a touchdown, too, at that. Scotty Miller out there doing this thing. Definitely looking like wide receiver 3, but possibly wide receiver 2 with the route we going. with the route we going. Scotty Miller did his thing, too. Taylor Johnson did his thing. James Pierre definitely did his thing. But, yeah, those are some players that stuck out, made some headlines this weekend. We also got to dive into some concerning injury news, man. Once again. And like I told y'all, the Steelers are one organization that do tackling in training camp. Yeah, you can say you can outweigh the pros and the cons to it, but hey, when it comes to the season, the Steelers be ready to tackle. Not like them Bengals with slow starts, missing tackles and stuff like that, but Steelers be ready to go. But this is also what comes with it. You get injured. That's just a part of football. So Corey Trice, Calvin Anderson, both go down. Corey Trice with a hamstring, Calvin Anderson with a soft tissue. Mike Tomlin says both should be considered more than day-to-day. You take that as you want. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say Corey Trice. Man, this is not looking good for you. It's not looking good for you. Every year, there's an injury. There's an injury and you missing some time. Eventually, man, you're going to just get moved on from. And the Steelers already drafted your replacement. And Brandon Eccles. And I'm just sitting here. I just got done talking about James Pierre. Like, the best, I'm going to tell you like I told Robert Jones, the best ability is availability. We can't judge you if you're not out there on the field. But at the same time, we can't wait for you either. So we got to move on. Also, Calvin Austin III, he goes down with an injury, undisclosed. He missed the last 2 practices. And at this point, man, the Steelers, this right here should force the Steelers' hand to go and do something, to beef up their wide receiver 2 position. At first, we were saying safety. We also were saying offensive tackle and wide receiver. So there's still some holes in this team. And maybe that's what we're seeing right now. Maybe it's glaring holes, not small holes. And I get it. If you got like a franchise quarterback, your holes can go unnoticed sometimes because you got that franchise elite quarterback. For example, a Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, a Patrick Mahomes, a Josh Allen. I had to talk last season. I say Josh Allen should have won MVP. But my stance on what MVP is could be different from everybody else. I felt like Josh Allen could have. But that's a conversation for another day. That's an elite quarterback. The Bills got holes, though. So maybe this do force our hand. Should it? It should. I'm ready to go make something happen. Alex Highsmith also goes down with a groin injury, left practice Sunday, and that's concerning, man. You want Alex Highsmith out there on the field, opposite of TJ Watt. Those 2 guys work hand in hand. Now, you got Herbig back there. You got Jack Sawyer back there. But at the same time, I told Big Jack this from the Jumping with Jake podcast. Alex Highsmith on any other team is a well-known household name. Any other team. He's on the Steelers with TJ Watt. Everybody knows TJ Watt. But you take Alex off of the Pittsburgh Steelers and put him on any other team, he's a household name. Can't be sleeping on Alex Highsmith. Now, Herbig definitely came out there and did his thing too, but you need Alex Highsmith on the field, and that's a concerning news right there to me. Growing injuries, he kind of dealt with that a little bit last year too, missed some time, but hey, we just got to wait and see. So moving on, man, grading the Steelers training camp, offense and defense. I'm going to go ahead and start with offense. And this right here, man, I'm telling you, man, nothing exciting coming out of the offense right now. Nothing exciting except out of Scotty Miller and DK Metcalf. But still, one of those guys you weren't expecting this from. And that's just say something about the guys in front of him. So, quarterback room right now gets a C. Aaron Rodgers, not really any consistent connection going on with his wide receivers. But like I said, the wide receivers too really haven't been doing anything outside of DK Metcalf. And that's just hands down. So, got to get that together. The O-line gets a C. I already know. I talked about it. Jones, been looking bad. Really has been. And I'm so, if it's anybody that I'm hard on this year, it is him. Because like I told you, the Steelers season, everything we want to do today, even though everybody keeps saying all in, I'm like, no, just sit back and build a team, see where you at. But all in, we're going in the Super Bowl. Okay. Omar Khan said it on the Pat McAfee show. We're going to the Super Bowl. Okay. This guy right here, Broderick Jones, is going to be the key to that right there. The key to the Steelers' success. There's no more excuses. Yes, we wasted 2 years of your time putting you on the right-hand side. Now you're moving back over to the left. What you got to show for it? What you got to show for it? So now he did come back off an injury, so we'll give him some more time. But overall, so far, it ain't moving the needle. It's not moving the needle. The O-line in general does not win reps consistently, back to back. And you have to. You have to do that. Now, that's why I said with Caleb Johnson, I don't know if it's just the Steelers' defense is just that elite, that front seven is really getting there, adding that much pressure. But at the same time, the Steelers' offense have to beat elite defenses in the league, or top tier defenses in the league. Going against the Ravens is not going to be easy. Going against them Bengals, it's not going to be easy. The Browns, not going to be easy. Like, we do this every year. AFC North is a tough division. And outside of that, you got the Lions on the schedule. You got the Vikings on the schedule. You got the Packers on the schedule. Like, you have to be able to win consistently on these reps, man. So Dylan Cook right now looking like the best left tackle. And that's sad. I'm sorry, that's sad. That's not what I was expecting coming into this year. If you would have told me Dylan Cook would be looking like the best offense left tackle out there, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you, not at all. Not over my boy Broderick Jones going back to his natural side, but I guess we got to see. So a running back room, it gets to see Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson. They look better with pass off than pass on, and I don't know what's really up with that. I don't think you're supposed to look bad with pads on, but hey, maybe that's the case. We just got to see. But Caleb Johnson, he definitely needs to work on his pass pro and pass catching abilities, and you just got to get more for him. Like I said, man, you can't sit there and just worry about running the ball. Not in the NFL, And the Steelers love to toss. You got to be able to do more than just run. Maybe we could use him in that, but I don't think that's going to be sustainable. So yeah, got to work on that, man. Tight end rooms gets a B. Gets a B from me, man. Really the most exciting thing out there on the offense right now. The tight end room. Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth. Darnell Washington went up, made a big catch. Big to all Mount Washington. So our tight ends doing their thing. Wide receivers, they get us a C. Like I said, anybody outside of DK Metcalf and now Scotty Miller, we wasn't too excited about. We wasn't really all that hyped about. Things got to work. Roman Wilson has been taking less and less snaps with the first team. That's a problem. That's the problem if that was the guy that we were relying on. If that was the guy that was supposed to hit so we don't have to go get a wide receiver. And now every day you're getting less and less reps with the first team reps, Aaron Rodgers. That's a problem. That's major concerning. Like I said, I'm not hitting that panic button yet, but I got it right here on the desk. And don't think your boy Meech won't hit it, because I will. I draft letters. I get on Twitter and go follow me at Steel Talk 6. I let people know. I let them know. Hey, tell my wife book me a flight to Pittsburgh. I got to go handle some business. Trust me, I find a way. I be right outside they bushes. They want to hear from each. I tell them a thing or two. But the offense, man, we can go ahead and get into it. The defense as a whole. I'm just put it like this. Defense as a whole getting a B from me, bro. Getting a B from me. The cornerback room, B plus, if not A. Like, I'm seeing it. I'm hearing it. I think I'm about to start believing it. I told my boy Jack, with the money we paying them and the players that we got on defense, we at least need to be top 3. At least top 5 at that. Really top 3 with the money we paying them. But to be the number 1 in the league, shut down everything out there, I take it. I take it all day. Trust me, that's the steel curtain. That's what we here for. The steel curtain and running the football. Run the ball, stop the run. That's what we here for. So everybody on the defense looking good. They look like they know what they're doing. The Steelers looking like they won that trade with the Miami Dolphins, especially with just Jalen Ramsey alone. Plugging Jalen Ramsey in there with Darius Slade to mentor Joey P. And Joey P came down, been with some plays, making some plays, coming up, making plays on the outside, making tackles, like all over the place, and been looking like a stud while doing it. That's what you wanted to hear from Joey Porter with Darius Slay in there and Jalen Ramsey. So defense as a whole, man, I'm telling you, B plus if not A, if not an A. Could it be the best in the league, and that's why our offense is struggling? I mean, we just got to wait and see. I don't think so. I think the offense needs more work. There are some holes there, but our defense right now, and we got depth. We got depth. So, yeah. But jumping back over to the offense, man, still the offense need help. They need help, and they need it fast. Offense went 2 for 12 in the red zone. That, that is not what you want to hear. You only scored 2 times out of 12 at the goal line? That's terrible news, y'all. I'm telling you, that's terrible news. I'm about ready to go to Pittsburgh myself. Talk to whoever I need to talk to. Because this whole notion everybody got out here, man, I'm telling you, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I told y'all, let's not put so much pressure on this season. Because this season, to me, is really just figuring out where you are. Are these players really going to hit? Is Broderick Jones really going to hit? Is Roman Wilson really going to hit? Troy Falatanu really going to hit? Corey Trice, Demonte KZ, Dante Kent. Like, are these Nick Herbert? Are these players really going to hit? We have to see that. And right now on the offense, no, it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. And so, like the report said, we did call Washington to see. And I think that was just mainly, like I said, touch bases on, what you looking for, Terry, what you looking for, Washington. Okay, we'll let you know if we can do that. But off rip, I'm sitting here telling you, Terry McLaurin, go give it up for him. Go give him a 3rd-round pick. I think we're supposed to have like 3 or 4 of them. Go give him a 3rd-round pick and trade Roman Wilson. Forget Calvin Austin. I trade you a wide receiver, all right? Roman Wilson. Let him go. Either you gonna give him a chance to do something, or he's not gonna take it. Or he's not that guy. So, and if you're not gonna give him the chance, then go ahead and get rid of him now. Don't wait. Get rid of him now. He's 3rd-round pick. Hey, I'm giving you a 3rd, and I'm giving you another 3rd-round pick player. You could still build with him, Maybe Roman just can't get it in our offense. Give him a fresh start. Give him a retry. New organization. Something. I don't know. But yeah, I give you Roman Wilson for Terry McLaurin in the 3rd-round pick all day long. And with Terry, giving Terry a 3-year contract, I think is perfect. Now, if you can get Terry on a 2-year deal, amazing. Pull the trigger all day. Look, Terry, come sign this 2-year deal. In 2 years, then we'll evaluate you and see where you at, or you can go hit the open market, go get another bag for you, go ahead and retire from the NFL. But hey, maybe this is an opportunity for us to bring in Gabe Davis. We tried that before, gave him the workout, knee concerning, so I to see, but I wouldn't put that past the Steelers. I would not put that past the Steelers right now. So I don't know. Gabe Davis is not my guy per choice. It wouldn't be, and I'm not willing to do that. And the thing with Terry's looking to bring in more money than DK Metcalf, and that's or possibly bring in more money because I don't know what he wants, but possibly bring in more money than DK. And I don't know if you do that too as a Steelers organization. Maybe on a short-term deal just to get him in the door, but nah, you're older than DK too. But we did just pay TJ Watt, so Terry could be looking at that like, hey, you pay this 30-year-old. You dropped the bag on him, dropped the bag on me. But hey, Terry, that's homegrown talent, my boy. I'm telling you, that's homegrown talent. Better fall back. Some other players out there, I think the Steelers should target in the wide receiver room. Romeo Doubs, of course, Amari Cooper. I've been seeing a lot of people say no to Amari Cooper, but I think Amari Cooper's going to be decent. And Aaron Rodgers liked the man. Aaron Rodgers has talked about his game so much, close to Devontae Adams. So Romeo Doubs, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen is another one. John Mechie, the third. There's some players out there the Steelers could target, man, and also get in trade. So free agency, Amari Cooper off rip. I don't know why. Keenan Allen, I would understand, but I'm saying Amari Cooper. I seen out there they was talking about Tyreek Hill coming over, trade Calvin Austin to get Tyreek Hill in the pick. Tyreek Hill kind of scares me. But at the same time, I think I'll take the chance because it's Tyreek Hill. I'll take the chance because it's Tyreek Hill. But what's going on in Miami right now with all that turmoil, He's coming out. That's my mama. He's coming out talking crap about the head. Well, not really talking crap, but making comments about the coaching decisions out there, what they doing on third down and stuff like that. So you got Tua out there making comments. It's just a lot going on in Miami right now. So that situation kind of scares me, but we're gonna have to see. There are some options out there. The Steelers just gotta take their foot off the brake and hit the gas. The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. The O line has to give more time to Rodgers too, and like I told you, everything falls on that O line. Even if you bringing in these wide receivers that we talking about, you still need that O line to give Rodgers the time to throw the ball. If the O line can't block, like what is Aaron Rodgers gonna do? Like I said, he can't compete with a Lamar Jackson and a Joe Burrow that's right there in our division with mobility wise. It's 41, 42. Achilles injury, like the man can't move no more. Maybe he can throw that ball, and that's yet to see. That's yet to see. So if you put Aaron Rodgers behind a bad old line and just thinking like, oh, go get a wide receiver, things gonna be great. No, you might have to go pick up an offensive lineman too. So, and right now that them pickings are slim. Pickings are slim, but the Steelers got to have their eyes on someone or someone's right now. At least one or two players. We got to figure something out. Got to figure something out. It's starting to be a clear indication that Roman Wilson, like I said, was taking less and less snaps with the first teams. You got Scotty Miller more and more with the first teams. You got Robert Woods more and more with the first team. Starting to be a clear indication that the Pittsburgh Steelers are starting to realize that their evaluation process that they were doing this season is just not it. It's not it. I think the Steelers are starting to see that, and us as a fan base is starting to see that too. And we can't ignore it no more. We can't. Steeler Nation, I'm telling you now, we can't ignore it anymore. We gotta go and we gotta go address these things right now. At least after the first preseason game that's coming up. I think this weekend. See how that goes, and then get ready to make some moves happen for either before the next preseason game or after that one. Before the second game or after the second game, we got to make some things happen. Y'all get in the comment section, man. Y'all let me know what's going on. What y'all thoughts on the offense as a whole? What's y'all thoughts on Broderick Jones, Caleb Johnson? The Steelers' defenses is Steeler Nation just going ahead and taking the crown? Top defense in the league? Y'all let me know. Get in that comment section, man. It's your boy Meech. Y'all stay up and y'all stay blessed. I'm out of here.